Precious souls. This is my second attempt ever going live. Hopefully I get some comments. If I catch any of you, it's kind of late. I got to give it my best. Not seeing any comments yet. Okay, well, I'm going to deliver a reading for the collective that ends up watching. Woohoo. Okay, I don't like where it's starting. Tapping in even deeper to your higher self, guardian angels, spirit guides, and ancestors. Under the protection of Archangel Michael. Why are there 10 swords in this one's back? Page of Swords. Because somebody's watching from the outside. Someone's watching from somewhere, might be online. Oh, this is like sending evil eye. Is this all the haters of the collective watching them doing their great glow up? Let's find out. Two of Cups. What's that got to do? We'll go a little deeper then in a bit. Okay. So somebody's working on something. They're pouring their energy in. King of Swords. This is somebody who could potentially be an Aquarius, Libra, or Gemini, an air sign. Somebody's very much a thinker and more than a feeler. Extremely intelligent. Strong discernment. Hey, we've got comments finally working. Happy 4th of July. Hello. This is my second ever attempt at going live. So I'm sending lots of love out there, guys. I had to confront my fear, so here's where we're at. So if you're just joining in, not the most pleasant one to start on, but somebody's got 10 swords in their back. Icky. Someone might be watching on the sidelines. Then we've got the 2 of Cups. We've got the 8 of Pentacles. And the King of Swords, which I said could be an Aquarius, Libra, or Gemini. An air sign doesn't have to be. So it looks like potentially that someone lurking on the sidelines might want to offer a new beginning in love. Hello from Michigan. Wow. West Virginia. Oh, I love you all. This is so beautiful. It's so great we can have friends all over the world. Okay, I'm going to get some more on this. I'm going to crack this open because this is just getting silly, 10 swords in the back. I know I'm getting tired of these readings with the swords in the back. We want the good stuff. You all deserve so much. So many blessings. We've been through it. Okay, yeah. So it feels like somebody left you hanging with a whole whack of burdens. And honestly, this is getting old, right? Yeah. Trying to leave you out of balance. Somebody from the outside looking in just wants to see you off balance. That's just wrong. Ooh, 11:11 on the clock. Does that have something to do with this love coming in potentially? Oh, I love your energy too. I love all of you. We're in this together. We share the same big blob of energy, guys. I just happen to love doing this for you guys so much. All right. Okay, why do we have the 6 of Pentacles? Somebody wants to help? Somebody wants to help out our little earth angels like we've helped out so many? Is it this King of Swords spirit? Is it the King of Swords who wants to lend a helping hand now? I can hear my dog in the background. Oh, you're not answering. What's going on here? What else do we need to know? What do we need to know about the 6 of Pentacles? Oh. All right. Then what do we need to know about the 2 of Cups? Love interest coming in is what I'm getting intuitively. The love interest coming in wants to give you a helping hand. And how do they intend to do that, Spirit? Whew. Okay, what I'm getting is the swords is speaking of truth. I think they're going to come forward. Whoever this person is that's bringing in this cup of love, they're going to come forward with some truth that they understand and know. This is the King of Swords potentially coming in, the truth seer, the truth speaker. That's right, just like you guys. Somebody's actually done a healing. Oh gosh, someone's chiming in, sorry. A second. Okay, come here, mister. Somebody's setting off fireworks, which is like the worst time ever when I'm going live. Okay, go to bed. Go to bed. Go to bed. Thank you. You're appreciated. Sorry, guys. Random. Border collie. Okay, hopefully I'm seeing all your comments here. Hi, blessed child. I think I'm seeing that right. I don't have my glasses on. All right. What is the collective working on? What have you guys been pouring your energy into? Page of Swords. This person is watching heavily. Okay. So your ancestors are like, you got to understand, this person is heavily watching. I always feel like somebody's watching me. Do you guys feel watched? How many of you guys feel like you've had somebody lurking in your energy lately? Because this King of Swords apparently is. And they want to come forward with a cup of love and to tell you a little something about what's been going on behind the scenes. What else do we need to know about that, Spirit? What else do we need to know about this truth coming in? Oh, don't you shut down on me now. Come on, I was brave. I'm confronting my fears. I'm getting on here live. Oh. Page of Wands. Okay. So there's some news coming in. Well, we know that if they're coming in to talk. Hey, guess what? Someone is coming in to tell you the truth. And guess what? They have a message. Somebody's coming in with a message or a text message. I feel like this person, what I'm seeing is they've actually written out texts and deleted them. Written out texts and deleting them. Thank you, Spirit, for coming through. Why are they so nervous? Why are they so nervous? Because they're coming forward to speak with somebody who is the high priestess energy. Priest or priestess, doesn't matter. There's no gender in tarot. Wow, and because I feel like they might have been a part of this. There might have been something that they're not proud of, and that's why they're feeling like they need to come forward, but they know you're going to be guarded. Does this resonate with you guys? And this is someone from the past. I just rolled my own eyes. I'm just reading the comments. I know my ancestors are with me. I feel energy. So yes, on the watching, but not sure who. Because I'm married. Well, then it's Knight of Swords. Doesn't have to be marriage. Doesn't have to be love in that way. It could be like one of your soul tribe. Like, look at us. We were strangers not long ago. Now we're like family. So it could be somebody that just wants to help you that once came against you until they realized who you were. And who you are is someone who's very strong on your own, independent, and you're going through a massive glow up is what I'm hearing. This work that you're pouring into yourself. This is how it's done. This is the caramel secret, guys. We pour into ourselves. We were programmed to believe that it's selfish. It is not. It took me many, many years to figure that out. When we pour into ourselves, the inside environment, how we feel inside about ourselves is what is reflected outside. And yes, your ancestors are definitely always there watching you. Not like creeping, because they know when to duck out, right? they know when to kind of like look the other way, but they're always there supporting. And our spirit guides. Let's see. You know what? This energy isn't doing it for me. It's Saturday night. This was supposed to be fun. Anything else we need to know about this before we move on to something different, Spirit, please? What do we need to know? Let's sum this up. Let's get some advice and wisdom. Okay. If the person comes in with this apology, bit of a sloppy apology, it's a little fishy, okay. Like I said, they might have had something to do with what was done in the background, but They definitely feel remorse, so they've done some growing. If they come in with that apology, that might be the time where you get to strike a balance, find peace and harmony between you, each other, and move on from it, because it's a brand new beginning that's going to be offered right after from the divine. Catch up on these. Oh. Okay. You're more in tuned lately. That is awesome. Donna. How can you get a private reading? I usually post the links in the description of my videos, but you can email paintingsbycatherine@gmail.com. Thanks so much for asking. You know what? Saturday night, guys, if you're at home like me, we need to have more fun. I'm scrapping this so we know if there's an apology, have empathy. You're great at empathizing. You're empaths. I want to see if I can answer some of your questions and not charge a single dime, because we're in this together. That might cause some, that might stir some pots somewhere, but right now I just want to be a part of helping my group. So you tried emailing, they kept disappearing. Okay, well, that's weird that they're disappearing. Okay, blessed child of the Most High. What's your question? Let's see what we could do for you right now. Okay. You tried paintingsbycatherine@gmail.com. It's Friday in Michigan. Oh, wow, we get to go back in time. Well, and you know what? Actually, it's Friday here, too. I just totally fumbled the ball there. Okay. I want you to think of a question. I'm going to tap into your higher self. Okay, blessed child. Think of a question. You don't have to say it out loud. I'm going to tap into your higher self. Let's have some fun. I can't believe I said it was Saturday night. This is what happens when you give up all the matrix jobs and you go out on your own. Okay. Calling in your higher self. Tapping into the blessed child. We're going to give her the answer that she needs at this time. Ancestors, chiming in. Ooh, I got some goosebumps going. I've got a feminine energy coming forward. Okay, let's give her some cards to answer a question that she's thinking about right now. Isn't this fun? We're just doing this live. Ancestors connecting with you. Okay. Ooh, 9 of Cups. Blessed child. 9 of Cups. This is a yes, yes, yes answer. This is an absolute heart's fulfillment. And what I'm getting, ooh, goosebumps, is this divine feminine on your bloodlines is rooting for you and lining things up in the background. You've got something coming forward into your energy. Thank you so much. That's going to make your heart feel so full. Does that answer your question? Wow, these comments are kind of blowing up. Sorry, guys. A sec. Where are you? Okay. Well, it's saying heart's fulfillment. Need to know about, if I'm right about the twin flame. Well, from my experience, okay, and I'm going to chime in a little bit here personally, twin flames, very, very seldom do we tend to reconnect in this life. We tend to come together, cause a lot of triggers and friction, learn from each other, separate, come back together. It's like a perpetual learning experience. Oh, your twin flame passed away decades ago. We have many soulmates, just so you know, okay? And so your twin flame, you probably learned a lot from them. Then that would be your soulmate that might be trying to connect with you. A soul tie. That's a lot of heart's fulfillment. You want to know about your twin flame? Okay, I'm going to try to tap into your twin flame. Wow, that popped out fast. They're in the spirit world celebrating. Okay? That's what I get. They are in the spirit world celebrating because, thank you for coming forward. The message I'm getting is you two actually learned a lot from each other. When they pass away at the time that they designated before they came here. So I'm just trying to read these. So it looks like, just talking to Blessed Child, okay? It looks like they're 11:22 on the clock. You two learned a lot from each other. You helped them potentially break some cycles, and they also helped you. So they served their purpose here in the time they wanted, but you do have heart's fulfillment coming through, okay? A lot of love, something that's going to make your heart feel very full. Sorry, trying to read this. Is it Ernie? I'm trying to read this, and I've got my blurred vision tonight because I don't have my eyeball glasses on. I don't know who my twin flame is or soulmate. Oh, you will know when you meet them. It'll be somebody who feels so comfortable, like you've known for years. Yes, your twin flame. When we pulled up that person, they connected with you and they said they're celebrating in the spirit world. You're doing something amazing. Again, goosebumps. Okay. You're doing something amazing because you're being highly celebrated in the spirit world. To the Blessed Child. Oh, Donna, definitely. If that's floating your boat and you're enjoying this gardening, if you're feeling the inspired action of working with plant energy, that sounds so good. Ooh, I've got mega goosebumps. That's a ding, 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 ding. Yes. Donna, do it. You're on the right path. Blessed Child, I'm so sorry to hear that. You know, this 3D world, luckily, everything is changing. There's a big shift going on. So many systems are so corrupt, right? We know that. But it's in the middle of changing. And the best part of that is we are all here, chosen to come here. We chose ourselves to make the changes to create the world we want. Okay? Just know that once they cross over, the pain is gone. Here's the thing. A lot of people say, do they miss us when they cross over? I'm going to be honest with you. They don't actually miss us in the way that we miss them, because how much should I share of this, Spirit? Okay, thank you. I want you to picture for a moment, if you will, that anybody who's seen the movie Avatar, it's almost like similar to that. But the way I've been taught and told is that our soul, we're all still in the spirit world at home, if you will. And it's like we give out a piece of our soul, ourselves, plant it on this elusive, illusionary 3D world to learn, experience 3D lessons, okay? To evolve, just to evolve, to soak the joy out of every moment, to gather more experience for our tool bag, to elevate more, to vibrate at a higher frequency, to learn lessons, and we even bring our besties, okay? So some of the people that are the biggest tyrants in this 3D world, they're our besties in the spirit world. And we're like, okay, we're going to make this contract. We're going to have this soul contract together. I'm going to come down and I'm going to be the meanest person to you. I'm going to trigger all of your wounds. You're going to go and sit for like months all by yourself in the house, rocking neurotically, crying your eyes out. And you're going to go over that. And these triggers are going to get to you so much. You're going to go within and start finding the path of where these triggers came from, what these wounds, inner wounds need to be healed, the shadow work. It's a great thing. It's like, it's an absolute nightmare, but we signed up for it. And this is the hardest school to come to of all the planets, of all existence. It is known to be one of the toughest. So you are a tough group to have signed up to come here and do this learning. Okay? Thanks, Donna. You got to give yourself credit, guys. No matter how hard, the more difficult our journey, the bigger we've got to push for the purpose. Our purpose on here is to teach others what we've been through and how we popped out the other side. Okay? It's about all the experience we have. We've already got a series of novels. Put it to paper, sell the books, because there's survival guide for everybody else. Okay? I've gone through so much abuse, narcissistic abuse, moved around so much, kicked out of houses. The stuff I've been through, it's a bestseller. It's got to be put in ink. And I know you guys are the same. Yes, blessed child. Then he fulfilled what he was meant to, what he came to do. He probably started that ball rolling, if you will. He created the gateway for other people to follow. He sounds like a beautiful soul, a beautiful soul. And once we've learned what we needed to and we've fulfilled our purpose, we get to go home. And that's actually not a scary thing. I've been told that if we knew how pleasant it was to pass over and go home, we probably wouldn't want to stay here. So you're all troopers for all that you're doing in every way that you're tackling your own healing, because it elevates all of us. And then we get to help others. But I'm sure that your sweet twin flame, you must feel very connected. And when your twin flame did the growing, understanding, and opening these gateways, it also elevated you, because there's that, that string between you. The reason, I won't get too heavy. Okay, I won't get too heavy into that. You know what? God, the divine source, the universe sees all, blessed child. They see all. And I had to learn, I don't care at all about what people think of me. I wouldn't be on here live stumbling through this if I really let it get to me like I used to, how people perceived. Everybody who really knew your precious friend know the truth. They know the truth. And this might be the truth that I read earlier coming forward. There's a lot of truth being peeled back now. Everything is being exposed. It's like, I don't mean to get excited, but I'm excited because it's about time, right? It's about time that everything that was done in the dark is getting brought to the light. Everything. Okay, can I find out if the hidden messages he left for you were right? Let's have a little fun, okay? Hold on a sec. Let me get something else. Oh, I've got my divinity rods. Oh, by the way, you can make these out of coat hangers. You make them out of anything. I grabbed some copper wire. Okay, see? It's just an L shape. I stuck the beads on because I'm really quirky and I like being crafty. You've got a wire, bend it in half, or bend it like an L. So it's about as long as from my elbow to my middle finger long. I should get a tape measure. And then it's just a little bigger than my hand. So I'm going to hold these out like this. Okay, so blessed child, ask your question, and we're going to tap into this precious soul that you're speaking of. If they cross in front of me, they're yes. If they go to the side, they're a no. I'm going to tap in for you now. Yes. The answer is yes, blessed child. Oh, you're so welcome. Do you have any questions, Ernie? Do you have any yes, no questions? Isn't it beautiful how spirit does that, though? They leave signs. Like I was out raking the leaves last fall. There was massive, massive bags of leaves out. Piles of leaves. And, okay, just a sec, Ernie, then. I just happened to let my eye catch a dime that was just in this massive pile of leaves just on top. What are the odds, right? But my cousin always leaves me dimes. A lot of my ancestors do. Okay, Ernie, I want you to think about your question. We're going to do this again. If it crosses, it's yes. If it goes aside, it's no. Tapping into Ernie for his question. Oh, I'm getting a big old no. I'm getting a big old no. Does that make sense, Ernie? Oh, well, I was tapping into a question, but that doesn't make sense. You're going to be in a relationship if you want to be. If you want to be in a relationship, you're darn right. No one's meant to walk this journey alone. Here's what I'll tell you. The secret is start pouring the love into yourself, because then you're going to get somebody worthy of this incredible energy and love that you have to offer. That's how it is. Okay, like, I mean, if you look at our lives, okay, look up to this point, look through history, look at all the test subjects we had in our relationships, right? They were meant to help us grow. They were very triggering, and we were the villain in their story sometimes. We were very triggering. It's how we learn. But then we reach a point where we start to want a little time alone because we're kind of freaking out that things haven't been working out, right? So we take the time alone, even though at one point we might have been terrified of it. We start hanging out with ourselves, getting comfy in our skin suits, and we start looking at a little deeper. Why do I keep getting the same energy, a different face? The same kind of lessons from the same people. Why do they keep doing this? Why do they keep doing that? Because there's something that we need to heal in ourselves. And once we heal that and we acknowledge it, for me, I was a huge people pleaser. I didn't even know what that was. But with my dynamics that I grew up with and with the relationships I had, I was a perfect doormat, because all I wanted was for everybody to be happy all the time. And I didn't even know what narcissistic was. I didn't even know that word. So I would pour in because I had the perspective as a child. For whatever reason, children take things the way they do. It's very sensitive to energies around them and feedback from around them and dynamics. I perceived that I wasn't really all that special unless I showed up with more. So I became the giver, even though I was very loved by my parents. But it was their dynamics, which was perfect. I chose these parents before I came here. We all worked together to trigger each other. So they triggered wounding that I had inside, sometimes as generational traumas that we carry in our DNA and in our energy field, right? In all of our bodies, spiritual, mental, emotional. So that's why I got into hypnosis. I wanted to start plucking these traumas off people and having their ancestors help heal while they're in this beautiful, relaxed state. But that's another story. Going back, see, I'm Chatty Cathy. We have to start learning to love ourselves for all the flaws, all of the flaws, because that's the survival part of us that got us to this point. That's the person that, bless their version of ourselves. We're, a little damaged, a little hurt, wounded, but we can love them because they were in that survival mode to get us to where we are now. And now we can release it. We can remind our ego, hey, we don't need to be fearful of that. It's not an actual thing anymore. We're okay. I'm parenting my own inner child now. Thank you very much. Okay. Anybody else have any questions? This is fun. I just like hanging out with you guys on a Friday night. I kept calling Saturday night. Oh my goodness. Every night's Saturday night. You know what, Ernie? Let's dive a little deeper. Let's find out a little more about what you can expect. And what have you got there, blessed child? Yeah, blessed child. Often, of course, as I'm sure you know, the energies around us will pull from the batteries of our devices. They like to muck with it. You will only be interfered with as much as you will allow. And I know that sounds cliche. Trust me, I've had groups and still have groups of people doing spell work on me. Nanner, nanner, nanner. Here I am still shining. The object of the game is to realize you're vibrating up here and they're down here. Can't touch it. Can't touch it. Okay. So long as you don't allow yourself to dip down, let your joy get low or depleted or drained, so long as you remember that you're the happiest little kid inside, you get to call the shots. It doesn't even matter. Oh, you don't like looking at me? Then don't look. You don't like what I say? Then don't look. I'm my own person. I'm here to expand and play. How lucky for you to be a part of it. That kind of an attitude. Okay. Well, Ernie, it looks like you got to take a leap of faith with something. Is your divine counterpart waiting on you now? I know I'm waiting on mine. Perhaps it's just a bold move, Ernie. That's just what this says. New beginning. Take that leap of faith and shine. Shine. Get out there and shine, okay? You've done the healing. Get out there and glow. Show the world what you're made of. And yes, I know. I know it sounds really simple, doesn't it, blessed child? But one day I'm going to really put all my story out here. And you guys will be blown away at the stuff I've just, like Queen of Swords. I just don't allow it in my energy. As soon as things go wonky, I'm like, Archangel Michael, take that off, please. He's my bud. We do this together. The Hangman. So, Ernie, it looks like maybe you do need to take that leap of faith. Maybe you're kind of sitting in the sidelines when you're a beautiful, brilliant light that someone needs to see you, needs to know what you're all about. Okay, blessed child, if you feel called to go on a trip, you can feel it. You know it. When you ask me, let's ask your higher self, okay? But I want you to pay attention to your solar plexus, your gut. Let's see what that feels like. First, let's say it out loud, okay? What will happen if I go on this trip? And what did you feel in your gut? What will happen if I put off going on this trip? What did you feel in your gut? That's your answer, okay? You will know. Same as a lot of people say, oh, I got with my wonderful, Prince Charming or Princess Charming, and I got butterflies. Butterflies are actually not a good thing. Butterflies are the anxiety. Good for you for getting over the people pleasing. Oh, it's so freeing to find out, hey, guess what? I'm not just good enough. You're lucky to share my energy, right? It's about changing your perspective and going, I wouldn't have been made like this if I wasn't meant to be like this. And as soon as you start being your true authentic self, where there's like no filter, it just comes out, the right people will align with you because they resonate with you. And you know what? The ones who don't like you, thank you for pointing yourselves out. There's the door. It's fantastic. But I don't know because it could be a trip. Okay, let's find out what you need to know about this trip. Blessed child. Sorry, I'm using the short version. Blessed child. You know who you are. You're special. Okay, let's find out about this trip. What happens if blessed child goes on this trip? Page of Swords in the reverse. Not feeling it. Okay, what happens if blessed child waits? Puts the trip off for now. What happens if blessed child waits, spirit, connecting with your higher self? No, your ancestors, I can picture them. They're saying, just wait for a little bit, be patient. But yet I've got the Knight of Swords in reverse. There's something going on where they want you to, I don't like saying this, but they want you to just kind of stay in your little bubble for a bit, not isolate yourself completely, but take time to yourself, especially getting over these people-pleasing things. I feel like there are too many people pulling on your energy, and they want you to sit tight for a little bit. Oh, yes, narcissistic tendencies. I remember when I first learned that word, that was after probably 6 years in with a narcissistic person, and I thought I was the problem. Give, till there was no money left, no nothing left. You lose yourself. You forget who you are. Yeah, I think you are too. I think you feel that too, don't you? That it's best to wait for that trip. I just feel like, although you're protected, I feel like they want you to sit tight for a bit. And also, when you get called to have a trip, it might be because you've got this intense, deeper wisdom that you are a grid worker is what I'm getting. Thank you. You're a grid worker. So you do get placed certain areas at certain times because your healing energy, blessed child, is so radiant. It's something about your essence that just you walking down the street, it is very healing to people. It's like it elevates the vibration. Yes. Okay. It elevates the vibration wherever you are. So when you get pulled to go on certain places, you're actually, you're spreading sunshine. I don't know how else to say it. You're just bringing up the elevation of those areas to balance out energies. Where am I? It's taken you 40 years to get it? Well, I won't tell you my age. It took me longer. But let's not compete. Who wants to win that one? Not me. Took me a very long time to figure it all out. And when it did, it was like crash, bang, boom. Many, many awakenings. I got drawn back to the narcissistic relationships a lot. And I literally had to dig myself out of poverty. A lot of poverty, a lot of feeling left out in the cold. It's pretty scary stuff. That's all they do. But you know, they love, I don't want to turn this into like a narcissistic thing because like, I don't know. But so long as you don't react, that's the secret, is not to react. They go for the reaction so they can drain your energy, right? Make you cry, make you sad, make you terrified, make you fearful. And then they drain, they harvest your energy. They sit there, right? Mine used to get a reaction, then record me. Yes, giving to everyone and then putting you last. Exactly. Same, Ernie. Give, give, give. And then when there's hardly anything left, we're so exhausted and they're like, what's wrong with you? It does feel good to climb a tree to get away from it all. Trees are our friends. Yeah, I've cleaned pretty much all of the narcissists out of my life. I've had so many. But I'm a walking tower. So this is another thing you need to know. Yeah, you're also a cycle breaker and a massive, strong healer, okay? Super healing. And you're meant to be worldwide. Why aren't you out here doing this with me live? Yeah, well, it's triggering, Ernie. It's very triggering. Of course it is, because when we give and give, even our essence, our time, our resources, everything, and then people don't appreciate it, that's what's meant to trigger us. So we stop doing it. Tag team wrestling match. And yeah, Ernie, that's what I do. I hang by myself. That's why I made friends with all you. The dog and I, my bestie. I go see family every once in a while, though. Ooh, somebody might have an offer coming in that's going to bring some stability, guys. A good stable offer. Tag team wrestling match. Yeah. You know what? I used to hate being alone. I didn't want to be alone with my thoughts and feelings. I'm a very, very, very feeling person. Very feeling. And my feelings would get hurt real easy because there was a lot of people that could be really mean. And being an empath, you go to a big crowd. I started being brave and going out to the dances. There was a Legion close by. So I would go there to try to make friends, and the narcissists would all find me. It's like a giant magnet. It was easier to dance in my living room with my dog. But you know what? Remember, there's something, it's a double-edged sword maybe, but there's something amazing about being someone who is kind, someone who operates out of love, somebody who is willing to do for others unconditionally. So don't let them change you. Well, I think you're just, you know what? Got to give ourselves credit, right? Just the fact that we acknowledge that we can honestly look at this and say, wow, this is something that wasn't my best version. I gave too much of myself, or I cared too much, if that's a thing. But I guess is there a too much? But we're better just for acknowledging it, because if you look at narcissistic people, they can't acknowledge anything. They have no accountability. So as soon as we could start to look and laugh at our flaws, like I have to laugh at my flaws. Some of them are pretty quirky, but I'm okay. I don't care if the whole world knows my flaws. I don't care if the whole world knows the things that I screwed up and skinned my knees with. I really don't. Oh, self-sabotage. Well, we've all done that. It's because we're afraid. We've been through it maybe where anytime things got really good, the other shoe would drop, right? So we're always waiting for the other shoe to drop, and we've got to reprogram our neurons. We got to say, wait a minute, only the best is going to happen. It's like me coming on your live. This is my second time ever. The first one, there was no comments because I was filming it private. I can laugh at that. I could have got really upset. I could have said, well, I don't want to do it again. I might do something else wrong, but I don't care. You have to get out and skin your knees, and the bad things aren't going to happen. And if something challenging happens, it's because it was meant for us. It was meant to push us harder, right? So we don't want to abandon the situation before it can abandon us, because then we're missing out. That's just my theory. I'm okay getting sloppy and messy and making mistakes. Yeah, I was like that too, Ernie. I was afraid. Do you want to know? When I spent 9 years with a narcissistic person who was horribly abusive, I was terrified to say the word excited. It was actually a trigger. If it left my throat, went out my lips, if I said I'm excited, because all hell would break loose right before the excitement started. Good that you're out, that you're talking again. I'm not afraid to say I get excited anymore, because what I did was I removed the toxins, which was the narcissistic person who wanted to bring me down, get my hopes up, shove me to the ground, up and down. I just removed the issue. I said, hey, wait a minute. I don't need to settle for this. I broke the trauma bond, and now I get excited. I'm excited right now because I'm talking to you guys, and I'm not afraid to say it anymore. It's about proving to your ego mind that that doesn't need to exist anymore. Yes, always doing good by others is the way to go. Nope, not crazy at all. You do good by others, always. You operate out of, kindness and like talking and speaking, communicating to actually understand. That's huge. See where they're coming from. That's actually a double-edged sword for me also, is I can see every perception, every perspective of every person. And I used to forget to include my own. So I could see their side, their side, their side, to the point where I'd say, well, is what you need that important? Because I can see what they're feeling. And also, you guys, my sweet little empaths, remember, a lot of the time we are intuitively, you're very psychic, reading the higher self of the people we're talking to or in a relationship with. So we are tuning in with their higher self, their pure potential. That's their potential. So we're like, oh, you're fantastic. I can see your total potential. But we're not seeing what they're showing us, right? So we need to take accountability and say, okay, I've learned now, but back then I was reading their higher self. So I was setting all of us up to fail because I wasn't looking at what they were showing me. They were inconsistent. Their actions didn't match their words, all these things. Instead, I was like, oh, everything's lovely because I can see your potential. I can see you as that sweet, innocent child, right? Yeah, exactly, Ernie. Putting themselves in other people's shoes. And that's a gift to be able to do that. That is the empath, right? It's because of the dynamics we grew up with in our homes, in our schools, with our friends, in relationships. We didn't always feel like we could just be ourselves and everything would be happy. So we tended to control our environment with our defense mechanism, which involved sensing ahead of time what everybody's needs were, meeting their needs so that everything stayed happy and calm, right? No, exactly. And making excuses for them because we could see where they were coming from, but that doesn't mean that we need to put up with it. Agreed. But I pulled a couple cards. I should show you guys. So there's a lot of balance being restored at this time, like I said. A lot of balance for all you beautiful earth angels. And a lot of stability. Happy home. Happy home. And we were just talking about what it takes to create a happy home. So it's ideally, in the perfect world, we find ourselves in that perfect home that we've created because we're authentic, and we only pull into our environment, into our life, the people who are like us because we're being authentic instead of putting on the mask that we're happy all the time when we're sad inside. This is the importance of authenticity. It's like a superpower. Authenticity and unconditional love go hand in hand. That's like the ultimate superpower. If you can speak honestly and truly feel what you're feeling without trying to fluff it up too much to not hurt anybody or anything, but be yourself, only the people who are meant for you will be in your space. So you've automatically got happiness. Then it will have you buying your love or feel as if you are. Oh, you mean when you with the overgiving, you mean? Is that what you mean, Ernie? Then it will have you buying your love or feel as if you are. I know for me, one of my, still a bit of a struggle, and I'm trying to learn my way through it, is receiving, because I was always the giver. And to have to ask for help or to receive, really tricky, because it does feel, you're right, Ernie. Things do fall apart like tower moments so that they can come together. And when people do offer me stuff, I used to always almost keep track so I could one up them. And I got looking at that. I thought, how selfish is that of me? Okay. That's very selfish of me, because I'm stealing their joy. As much as I love to give, maybe they want to give. So instead of looking at it as I'm weak by accepting, I had to give them the opportunity to give, which was a real challenge for me. Yeah, pride is ego, and it does come in. It does get in there on all of us. It's that part of us that just wants to be accepted. We just want to be accepted. Yeah, it does. It robs them of their blessings when we don't accept graciously, because the things that are meant for us are coming into our world. It's like, I forget how the story goes, and honestly, I don't even know if I'll quote it even close, but somebody was out in the middle of the ocean treading water, and they pray to God, save me, God, save me. And so this boat comes along or something, and stops and says, get in the boat, I'll help you out. No, I'm waiting for God to save me. And then they take off, and then something else comes, and he keeps saying, no, God will save me. And then when he, goes home to the spirit world, and he says, God, why didn't you save me? He said, I sent you three things to try to save you. You said no. It's kind of funny. 11:55 on the clock. That's grabbing my attention. A lot of change going on right now, guys. A lot of change. Thank goodness there's a lot of change. Yeah. Coming out of the cold, feeling left out in the cold, and the lovers, like choices, decisions. Isn't it lovely that we get to choose? We create our reality by every choice we make in every moment. Speak truth, don't abuse, bully anyone. Mean girl, boy, clicks are evil but kind, and don't make anyone feel left out. Exactly, because in our lifetime, when earlier on in our life, we know what it feels like to be left out. We know what it feels like to be the different one or not the chosen one. Well, we're freaking earth angels, right? We know what that feels like. Of course, we didn't fit in. We didn't know why. We were being protected from that so that no one would, torment us too bad. Imagine how much of a misfit we would be back then if we had to have the courage and say, oh, hi, I'm an earth angel. I can't make it to your birthday party. It takes such courage to go on this journey and be so different, because we're carving a path for others to see what's on the other side beyond what they've been through. And we've been through this because we needed to experience it to show others how to get through it, how to survive it, and how amazing it is on the other side when our gifts are all coming into play. All the psychic gifts get stronger and stronger as soon as you get them out of your energy. The ones that have come against you, get them out of your energy. I'll tell you something. This is probably TMI, guys. I just saw the devil and then I shuffled it. What? I was the oldest out of all my brothers, and it was different because, for me anyways, yeah, because you were the black sheep. You were the chosen little earth angel. So the dynamics were different. It's all about survival when we're younger. And but for me, I'm very selective who I allow in my energy. Very selective. Like I got rid of all my friends. All my friends. Some not that all of them were toxic, but I couldn't relate anymore to that. You know what? Is it just me, or is it like, just small talk doesn't do it for me anymore? Expect more out of me than them. Yep. Used to burn me. Yeah, of course. People have no problem expecting it from the givers. The givers need strong boundaries because the takers don't have any. It's a call to wake everyone up and a call of remembering that the kingdom of heaven is within. Exactly. And we're showing them by example. Well, there's so many things I'm getting channeled through me right now, but Spirit, I'd really rather not go there because that's a can of worms. Can we? Okay, fine. They want me to. Here goes everything. It's like when we were going through the COVID. I don't know if I don't want to say like red flagging these videos or anything. It's like we all went when we went through that sickness, and people came against others, threatening their lives, threatening everything if they didn't get the thing. Okay, the Kneadle. And I remember just being blown away. It doesn't matter what people choose to do with their vessels, their bodies. No one should ever try to force or threaten. And it's kind of like, and then after the fact, they felt really silly when they realized not everybody was in the right. And threatening somebody's life or judging and segregating each other wasn't the right thing to do. And it's like that even now. We can all be aligned at one time, then dismantle the loop. We are all aligned. Woo! Because the conflict is over. Time to invest in ourselves. And you see, we are the collective meeting here, our soul tribe. Everybody's like, how do we find our soul tribe? I don't know, but I think I stumbled into a bunch of them online here. Because we can help, support, and give to each other, give information, wisdom, knowledge. I've been wrong and let my mouth overload my brain when my feelings got hurt. We all have, Ernie. We all have. Of course we have. Mind control meds. I hear you. But you know what? I knew people personally that chose not to take that. And they were very forever changed when they realized half the world was coming against them online. And it was really sad. And that's what I always try to keep an open mind. I always say, when someone says, what is your belief on this? I'm not rigid about anything, because if I was the same version I was 10 years ago, I wouldn't have understood all this. So if I had said, I'll never change, this is my belief, therefore it is this way always. I always say subject to change and growth, right? I've been wrong. And okay, I read that. Good. I'm caught up on some comments, I think. I just keep looking and finding this. I love this. Oh, it's the next day. Look, now it's Saturday, guys, just not Saturday night. Am I keeping y'all up? I'm a little bit of a night hawk sometimes. Actually, I should probably get off here because I've got to get up early. What had happened was I got my Walgreens, but I lost my receipt. Oh. Yeah. I'm so grateful. Even though there's only a couple of you that are on the chat, I'm so grateful I got to chat with you guys tonight. Yeah, I don't much mind what people say about me anymore these days. I'm so glad, Ernie. That is a superpower. It is a superpower because then you are truly yourself. It's like your soul is just free. Your inner child is free to do whatever it wants. It's you get to be the parent. If we want to stay up late, we get to be the parent. Remember when we were kids, we couldn't wait to be the parent? Here we are. We call the shots. Don't go. Oh, you're so cute. It was good getting to talk to you as well. I'm going to try to do more live now that I figured out which buttons not to push to make it explode or implode or whatever I did. My daughter helped me out, thank goodness. She's a lot more techie than I am. Okay, I'm going to try to do more lives, guys, and I'll actually try to do more consistent lives so we know when to meet. But I had to push the button. I had to see what would happen. And I'm so grateful I got to meet with you guys. I know you were a blessed child. I know you were kidding. I like your sense of humor. Whoa, time for some celebration. 12:03 on the clock. That totals 369 with this. I think we had some fun tonight. I just want to thank you guys so much. Oh, you could sit in anytime, Ernie. You're really cool. You're one of us. And thanks so much, blessed child. I hope we had a little fun and aw, thank you. You're so awesome too. Yes, I know exactly who you are. And we are all very much connected, very much alike. We've had the same kind of a journey, and that's what brought us all together here. We didn't even have a written invitation, and we found each other. So the divine works in wonderful ways. I'm looking so forward to going live and seeing you guys again, hopefully. And I'm going to ask for one more card. Oh, they're telling me Osho Zen. Okay. We're going to see what are you going to meditate on tonight? Let's find out what you need to know. Calling in the higher self, collective watching. What do they need to contemplate tonight? Tonight/day. Oh, it's July 5th now. Day of change is what I'm hearing. Oh, I dropped it. Oh. Focus on tapping into your inner guidance. So turning off the noise all around, turn off the dang news that's trying to program our mind, the TV, all the noise, climb that tree if you feel good. Blessings to you too, all of you. And focus on your inner guidance. They're trying to come through with messages. They're telling me also watch the clock. So the number's on the clock, 12:05. I'm going to do this before I take off if you guys are still here. I'm going to look up angel number 12:05. So I just go on your search bar, angel number 12:05. I'm going to read it to you. Let's see what their message is. Signifies a message of positive change. Oh, it was change. Thank you, Spirit. New beginnings and the manifestation of desires. It encourages you to trust your intuition, embrace change, and have faith in the divine plan unfolding in your life. The number also suggests that your angels are sending love, peace, and light, and that you are on the right path toward fulfilling your goals. Bam! Drop the mic. He says, get off the phone. Oh. Okay, sending so much love to all of you. Thank you so much for joining me. We'll do this again. We'll get messy, make mistakes, and just be our authentic self. Take care and keep shining.